People of Earth, this is the Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. I'm your host, D Squared, along with
DJ.
And no Scungy again. Scungy is out and about. He's in California this weekend.
Slacking.
Apparently he's just trying to get in all his vacation days at once, I think. But yeah, he took a picture from Disneyland at Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. And then he sent me a picture yesterday. I forgot what baseball stadium he went to go. I think the Dodgers, maybe. I think he went to go see. And he was like, Murica. And it was, at the baseball game, they had like the big flyover. So there's like five jets flying over. You got the big American flag going in. And
feeling the patriotism.
Yeah. It was, actually, it was interesting. Dude, they were blowing up the neighborhood out here yesterday.
Oh, yeah. It was at the Bayou St. John, and everybody was out.
Oh, yeah. So let me lay out the show for you real quick, and then we'll talk about all the fun stuff we've been doing over the course of the week. But tonight we got some news about some deadline box office news.
Yeah.
Also, we got some Halloween Horror Nights news.
Oh, yeah. Love to hear that.
Harvey Keitel is quoting Aristotle. Also, Danny McBride in his G.I. Joe movie.
That's
so
pretty big.
I know, I'm excited. We got a clip of that, and he talks a little bit about what that movie's going to be comprised of.
Right.
And it's not going to be a comedy. Thank you, sweet baby Jesus. It might have comedic tones here and there, but it'll be awesome. And also, yeah.
Speaking of G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe Risk. Ooh, let's see. Can we see it?
Oh, yeah, you can definitely see
it. So happy. I'm just put it right there. Look at that. That's perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Tonight's show is sponsored by Risk.
If only. Risk, hit us up, please.
Yeah, right? So that's what we got in store for you. But yeah, like the whole 4th of July stuff, thanks to Carl for inviting me to his party. DJ Dean and I were out there.
Nice.
And let's just say Dean was a stud. Yep.
That's how it goes.
Dean was a stud. Who knew? I didn't know he had it in him. Good on you, kid. But yeah, we came back home and shot fireworks, and it was great when we were getting back in town, because all this week we were in Tennessee.
Right.
So we hit like Rock City, but we went to Raccoon Mountain Caverns. I'd never been there before, and I've never seen more wildlife, dude. Cave crickets, tiny little baby bats. We saw like 6 of them. I mean, we saw like 6 or 7 of these called slimy salamanders. Then they had these orange salamanders. I've never
Whole
seen so much
ecosystem in a cave.
Yeah, it was nuts, dude. I've never seen that much before. And but then we went to the Lost Sea. That was fun, dude. I took some pictures, and as Dean and I were walking around the corner, getting to the dock to get on the boats to go in the underground lake, the way the dock was set up, as soon as I walked up, I just went. It looked straight out of Friday the 13th dock. The way the metal pole was bent, and the little lights were shining on. I'm like, oh my god! And so
so eerie.
When I tried to take a picture, it didn't come out as well. But when you're looking at it with the Mark I eyeball, it was like we were walking out onto the docks of Crystal Lake. So
that's insane.
Yeah, that was fun. So Dean and I had a good old time. We went to this place called Infinity Flux. So it's like 5 stores in one. And this is in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And so you walk in, and there's 5 distinct shops. And as you first walk in, it's kind of like they've got some of their console games, new stuff that's in stock. But then they've got a lot of graphic novels, old graphic novels and stuff. But then they got some action figures here and there, but their main checkout place. But you go to the right, and it's the Hall of Justice. And I walked in a marble floor that was white.
Whoa.
And I felt like I feel like I shouldn't be walking on this stuff. It was cool as hell. And then they had a gaming section that it was about as big as this living room, and it was just wall to wall just gaming stuff. Then the next one was all retro stuff, and they had like all the old GI Joes, all the old like horror things. They had a bunch of horror stuff, and then the last one, which I peeked in and then walked away, was the anime one.
Ah, yeah.
So
What
I
are
was
you
just
gonna
kind
do?
of like, nah, I'm good.
Not for me.
So, but yeah, dude, that place was cool as hell, man. And they had another place called Epicos Comics and Games, and they had two locations. Like one
Whoa.
was in the mall, dude. They had a mall, an actual mall that had a whole mall ecosystem with kids
Whoa.
wandering around. Uh, every
Don't
shop
see many
was
of those anymore.
Every shop actually had a store in it, and it was name brand stuff, a few, local kind of things, but the food court was fully loaded. I'm like, oh my God, like an actual living, breathing mall. So
Dang.
it was a good time, man. Dean and I had a good trip out there.
Awesome.
So what did you do? You were working at WIS, slaving away,
Pretty much.
doing
Pretty much.
stepping out.
Getting fired.
Oh man, dude,
Yeah.
that sucked for you.
No,
Hey, what's up, Eric? How
I
you
got
doing,
hired
buddy?
onto a Latvian horror movie as an assistant editor, as a backup. But
Yeah.
then the main editor got all basically my work done before I was even like on it. So
That sucks.
what are you gonna
man.
do? But hey, what matters is they chose me first.
Hey, there
I
you
was the
go.
first option.
So if we get any more Latvian horror movies, they'll call you up.
yeah, call me up. I'm the guy. I'm your guy.
So now one of the things I forgot to talk about last week's show was Free RPG Day happened not this weekend but the weekend before
Right.
over at Max, and it was fun, dude. Like and they got all these free RPG stuff. They probably still got a bunch of the stuff left. But yeah, it was cool. Like basically, they teamed up with Pathfinder, and you just had to walk around the store and like find the QR code, and basically it was you had to get a group of goblins together and go try to steal this golden pickle or something. It was something. It was so dumb and stupid, but it was fun because you just like click, click, click. You
Right?
walk through,
Pretty easy.
and then you roll a d20, and if you get higher than a 12 on it, you get a free prize. So I was
Hey.
like, yay! So yeah, that was cool. I think I want to go back over there because I remember I bought Everyday Heroes. It's a kind of like a d20 modern thing, and that they put out a free module for free RPG
Mm.
Day. The reason I bring it up is because in the show notes, Essence 20 system. That's the RPG system that does GI Joe, Transformers, uh, uh, the Power Rangers, and then My Little Pony.
Oh, awesome.
So, but the crazy part is, so this is a system that's been out for several years now, and GI Joe and Transformers and all that stuff was all under this Essence 20 system. And Hasbro said, look. Yeah, you can have the license to create a game for this, but you can't use the Hasbro own D&D system. So they
Huh.
had to come up with their own system because it's all under sort of like one
One big
uh, uh, um
Hasbro umbrella.
yeah. And so they came up with their own system. Wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. I mean, like it was serviceable.
Right.
If you do some homebrew rules, it works just fine. But they just had their big Renegade Con thing that they do on YouTube, like once every 6 months. It's like all the new stuff that's coming out, and they were talking about Dungeon Crawler Carl because that's
Nice.
that's the big thing.
Yeah.
They're working on a board game. They're working on an RPG, but then like smashed into all of the big news. They're like, by the way, we're canceling the D20 system. The Essence 20 system. Everyone's like, wait, what now? And what it boils down to is that they're canceling it and they're going to use the D&D 5.5 edition and reprint all the books.
Oh God.
Which means if you want any of those, you got to go and buy them. So we can have Rainbow Dash versus Snake Eyes. Yes, Don Cooper, you absolutely can. You absolutely can. Who did Q play? The guy from Star Trek. He played like a brown brony horse. I forgot what the hell he was.
Wasn't my forte.
Yeah. So that'd be funny to have him voice that fighting. Cobra Commander, get over here. But yeah, so they're gonna reprint everything, which really just kind of blows. But and I'm more upset. Oh, Discord. Okay. Um, but so they're basically going to get rid of all that stuff, so you can still sort of buy the books, but the standard will now be D&D
I
5.5.
mean, I guess that Would that be easier for like newer players who don't have any of it at all? Is that
Probably.
probably what they're just trying to gain more audience?
Uh,
Cause they know your ass is gonna buy it. So
yeah, pretty much. Well, and it's funny too. Your boy, uh, over at Gopher Games, he was kind of like keeping an eye on the Discord channel for Renegade and all that stuff, and people
mm,
were pissed. I mean,
that checks out.
and it's like, all these bleeped out words, but at the end of most of those tirades, it's like, I'll probably buy it though. I still hate you guys
Yeah,
though.
right.
And so that's usually how it goes when some of these rules systems don't really kind of fly off the shelves. It's like, okay, what do we do? What can we do to make it more
Right.
popular? And it also doesn't help that Renegade Game Studio actually release the guy, let him go in a a riff like about a year ago. The guy who created the game.
Oh, I see.
So it's like well,
Yeah, what are
uh,
you gonna do?
America and corporate America. But that rolls into Danny McBride.
Yes,
You,
with
you
his
got
GI
you got
Joe
you
stuff.
got that
I do
video
have that video. Let's
because
pull that up
Danny
real quick.
McBride has written a GI Joe movie, and he was talking to this feller right here that will be popping up on the screen
Yeah, let
shortly.
me tab back in.
And yeah, Josh Horowitz, I think is his name, or something like that.
Oh,
And
hold on.
yeah, he basically says he doesn't tell you what the story is, but he gives you a
Boom.
glimpse into it as to what it's about. Roll that beautiful bean
You're
footage.
writing a GI Joe movie?
I've written one.
Dun, dun,
Yes.
dun.
I'm stoked
Crazy
about it. I'm really fired
statement.
up about the script. Paramount seems fired up about it, so hopefully we're shooting it next year.
So I know you don't need to spoil anything, but just like your history with GI Joe, was it the cartoon, the action figures? Like, what did you want to
It
honor in this script?
it was all it was all it was definitely the cartoons and the comics and like GI Joe was my thing when I was a kid. I liked that more than Star Wars, more than anything. Like I loved GI Joe. And I still have all the characters, and I tried to give my GI Joe collection to my son, and he wasn't interested. You know, who's interested? My daughter, who likes robots.
Yeah.
That's who plays with Gung Ho and Snake Eyes in the shower. Uh, but I've always loved it, and yeah, so I had an idea for a Dreadnoughts movie, and I was like, I just wanted to do a Dreadnoughts movie, and I went to Paramount and pitched it, and they were like, well, the franchise kind of needs to be like. It needs to be launched, so we can't come out with a Dreadnoughts movie. Would you have a take
That's
on
fair.
Yeah.
would you have an angle for GI Joe proper? And I was like, hell yeah, I'll have an angle for that. So Jeff Fradley and John Kachuri, who I wrote a lot of Gemstones with,
Righteous
uh,
gemstones.
yeah, we sat down and we cracked something that we really love a lot, and it's weirdly it grounds GI Joe. It's not a comedy. It's like kind of suspense and action, and yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
the whole ensemble. Like, who's
Whole
who's
ensemble.
who's the star? Who's the character that's
Yeah,
the anchor?
you're following Duke and a group of other Joes, and I don't know how familiar you are with the comics. Are you?
I watch the cartoon religiously, but it's been a minute.
Yeah, and there's that town in the comics, Springfield, which is a
Okay.
town that's secretly all Cobra, and so that is where our film takes place. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So and it's crazy because I've been running the GI Joe campaign, and I use the Dreadnoks as a the first sessions that we did.
Yeah, I
The
remember you
Dreadnoks
mentioning
were all
that.
were the bad guys because they're fun. They're not like the stereotypical Cobra infantry. I mean, they got a little more character to them, and they all ride Harleys or just jacked up pieces of crap. I
Right.
mean, and they don't all use actual rifles
Yeah.
and weapons. They got can
They
openers,
got a little more
yeah,
seasoning.
blow torches,
Yeah.
and all this kind of stuff. And so it's interesting that was his first thought for a movie, but Springfield really kind of puts like a cloak and dagger spin on it because the entire town is it's not just owned and facilitated by Cobra, and it's not like just it's like business fronts, but it's the family of the Cobra infantry people.
Oh.
So like basically like it's not all single guys who have joined Cobra.
Right.
It's the disenfranchised, the disillusioned that have joined Cobra.
Oh.
And then it's like, okay, well, look, I need a place to put my family. Welcome to Springfield.
That's
But they
crazy.
also use it as kids to use the kids to kind of, bring the, they even hit, I forgot what they called it. It popped up in the comics one time, but it was kind of like the Cobra Youth,
Mm.
similar to like the Hitler Youth.
Yeah,
They all
right,
had these
right.
fancy little uniforms on, and they looked like little
Cobra sleeper
little
agents.
Cobra Cub Scouts. You know,
Oh my
oh
God.
dude, it was great. It was great. They had these storylines where Cobra Commander's son actually was there. He didn't know his son was like alive or something. He thought his son died, and so they used his son and sort of brainwashed him into Cobra, and then
Mm.
convinced him that Cobra Commander was going to destroy Cobra. So to save Cobra, you had to kill Cobra Commander, and so his son tries to
Whoa.
kill his. Oh, it's just, dude, these were the comics though, and
I
so
mean,
like
that might be a storyline that he actually tries to
so
go for there.
it's possible because there's so much
That's
stuff.
good.
Larry Hama was the guy, the original scribe of all the GI Joe comics, and like I think in like 2 or 3 weeks they got GI Joe Fest in Atlanta. It's like August
Yeah.
1st, like my birthday.
There might be an announcement there.
I
Some sort of something.
maybe, but who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
Business in the front, party in the back. It's a Cobra mullet. So, but yeah. So, all right. So, Danny McBride news. What else we got in here?
I mean, if you want to talk movie announcements, we got Moana 3 is officially in the works at Disney, according to
Oh my
Dwayne Johnson.
Moana 2 hasn't even hit the states. The
Streaming.
Nothing. Well, it hasn't even hit the theaters
It
yet.
hasn't? I thought it came out.
Oh, did it
Did
come
it?
out this weekend?
I don't even know. I haven't.
No, it comes out
something
next
I keep up
weekend.
with.
Well, you know what? Let's do box office numbers because George Washington, young Washington, not to be confused with young Sheldon, has been basically kind of the sleeper hit. I mean, it raked
Yeah.
in like 26 million or something over the course of the weekend, which is pretty damn good numbers for I think it's what Angel Studios or whatever like that.
Yeah.
They do a lot of
Like B movies.
no,
But-
so it's Hallmark for right-leaning conservative Christians.
Yeah.
But it's not so blatant,
Yeah,
it's not
right,
so
right,
blatant.
right.
No, Eric. Oh, Larry Hama will be at GalaxyCon. Oh, shut your front door. Holy crap. Larry Hama's going to be here in a week.
Huh.
Holy crap, Eric. No, so we're going to talk about Supergirl here in a bit. Just some of the news, though. I still want to go see it,
Yeah,
but man,
for me, it's gonna be one of those that I'm gonna catch on streaming. I don't want to spend the $20 to go to get the ticket and then the $40 for popcorn and stuff for a movie that I'm gonna think is mediocre. Honestly,
Yeah,
that's my take.
I mean, I think
But I'd catch it on streaming if it's entertaining.
yeah. I mean, so it's odd because I mean, it really has just been getting panned. I mean,
Yeah.
and I mean, but at the end of the day, I mean, like it's $180 million movie, and they've only made like 80 mil on it,
Yeah.
like 79 mil or something like that. I mean, that's some pretty bad numbers,
Yeah.
So, and I don't think it's the whole, the little troglodytes in their basement just being like,
Yeah.
actually,
I mean,
this
do
is
you
not
want
a
to talk
good
about it
movie."
now?
Yeah, sure. We'll lean into it.
So, I mean, if you want to start talking.
Well, I mean, so one
pull
of
up
the
the
one of the
article here.
big things is this article I found, pretty much about there was some fighting between the director Gillespie and James Gunn. There were some creative differences. Now, some insiders say that it was healthy conflict, as it were, so that they were bringing competing ideas to the table. But it seems like
yeah,
Gunn.
it never found its footing in the post-production process at
So
all.
apparently that's where they really kind of dropped the ball. So once all the filming was done and they were trying to produce everything and get the final cut of the movie, James Gunn and Gillespie had two different styles or feels of it, and it forced a bake-off that they call. So basically, they had the James Gunn Warner Brothers Studios cut versus the director Gillespie's
Yeah.
cut, and the first few screenings that they did
Yeah, the
for
test
people,
screenings.
the test screenings, it never got out of a 60 score out of 100.
Yeah.
So there was a 100-point score basis, and it never got out of 60. They went back and did some changes, did some reshoots, brought in some people to rewrite some scenes, reshot it, put it back out in test screening. It barely cracked 70.
Yeah.
So then, at that point, you brought it up, and I learned a new term, the needle drop,
Yeah.
about the music. So James Gunn apparently decided to really strong arm his music choices.
Yeah.
What were the two songs that Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Yeah, Girls Want to Have Fun, and then Jimmy Eat World's cover of the middle, or
S-
cover of Jimmy Eat's World in the middle.
So
And
like
that's the one that officially got chose, and nobody has liked.
so and right, and that was Gunn putting his foot down, saying, "I trust my musical
Yeah.
taste over this
Because
Gillespie
that's
guy."
kind of been Gunn's thing is his like him putting his music into the movies, and I feel like with Superman, people liked the punk rocker movie from Iggy Pop. I
Yeah.
personally thought it was a little too on the nose. Iggy Pop isn't much of a punk rocker; he's more like a sack of potatoes, in my opinion. But a leathery sack of potatoes.
Leathery.
But I mean, he did Guardians, dude. He did Guardians,
Yeah,
man. He did
yeah.
all of them, and
Yeah.
those were all good with their song choices. But I mean, if we're starting to see a decline here, this is not the time for it at all.
Yeah. So Eric said he took his daughter to see it. It didn't blow his hair back, but it wasn't bad either.
Right.
Poor marketing and came out between too many bigger movies.
And it's something I think with the marketing as well is that with it not having its footing in post production, there was nothing to market. They didn't want
Right.
to market something that they weren't actually going to put out there. So
Yeah.
I think it was all not bland marketing, but it was a little.
Well, you know,
It was not specific enough.
And I'm thinking back. Sometimes actually, some of those trailers would have the good music playing in it.
Yeah.
And it had sort of that generic heroic, music bed sort of stuff playing.
Yeah.
There was nothing like ooka chaka, ooka
Yeah, there
ooka.
was
you know?
nothing- there's no hook.
Right. It
The
was
only
just
hook
kind
they
of
had
like,
was Lobo, and that's like, while people, if you like Jason Momoa, sure, go for it.
Yeah.
I like Lobo. I think Lobo is awesome, but it's not. Jason Momoa being Lobo is not a reason I'm gonna go watch this movie.
yeah,
You
right,
know?
right.
And they were kind of banking on that because that's the only thing that they had confirmed, I think.
Well, and so go back to the article for me because the thing at the very end when they had the one of the ladies who was working on some of the final tweaks of the script and things like that and the overarching story, her name was Nagara.
Yeah.
So apparently, she made some baffling choices and changes to the comic, which led to this grungy, bland adaptation of a visually stunning cosmic adventure. Apparently, she inadvertently revealed in an interview that she misunderstood the comic's ending, which turned a story about not taking revenge into like a Mad Max style
Yeah,
revenge
right.
porno. So now and this lady's still attached to the upcoming Wonder Woman reboot and Teen Titans. But I mean, yeah, that's interesting because remember the week before I talked about how her story arc. People were complaining about Millie Alcock's
Yeah.
story arc was that she basically was like, okay, I'm gonna defend this poor girl. Then at the end, I'm still defending this poor girl. Like later, so if they didn't understand the source material,
Right.
and this is what we got, well then yeah, I mean you got a lot of people that apparently just misunderstood the assignment.
Yeah, and I think this is one of those characters where I mean, if you're not somebody who has been a fan of Supergirl for pretty much all their life, I think it would be hard to be attached to this sort of project and then kind of try to devote yourself to a character who you're not really that
Yeah.
tied to, especially considering James Gunn's not even directing it. It's not even the big guy who you're
No,
working for, you know.
right,
So
right.
I think a lot of maybe the crew and the post production people, they didn't really have the heart for it, you know.
Maybe so, but I mean, I think when you've got like big James Gunn and Gillespie kind of going at it, with two completely different
Yeah,
ideas,
completely different visions, right?
because the music can make or break a scene, man. And
Yeah.
it can make or break a scene, and if people just start kind of chuckling, laughing at the song, well, they're not going to take
Yeah,
the
it's
action
not a good look.
sequence seriously. So.
Yeah, I mean, from what I'm seeing from this, hopefully this doesn't translate to the next few movies. But this does seem more of a situational kind of flop for this movie. It seems like
Hopefully.
just a lot of hands in the mixing pot that weren't supposed to be there. And I think with James Gunn's primary movies, it's just his hand in the mixing pot. It's just
Yeah.
him pushing it. So I think this is just too many brains trying to do too much.
Yeah, so I mean, but it doesn't bode well for
It doesn't, no.
for a lot of stuff because I mean, like right now, it's easy for everybody to just go superhero fatigue.
Yeah,
It's-
right.
It's just the easy.
And
you
actually,
know-
I want to mention I saw another article where it was an anonymous studio head, but it was I forget it was Hollywood Reporter who did the interview.
Okay.
So it's a reputable source, but they wanted to stay anonymous.
Yeah.
And he was like, Gen Z does not care about superhero movies anymore, which I can see that take, but on the other hand, I don't think it's that black and white. I think it's a little more nuanced, and I think that hopefully James Gunn can find that nuance. And I think that nuance has been perfectly found with Matt Reeves' Batman stuff. Like that has had no hate except for when it came out, and
Yeah.
I think that that's kind of not softened out, but I think that that arch has kind of
Yeah,
evened out.
the toy lines haven't done well though,
Right.
you know. So
But
they because they tried to sell that little monster thingy, you
yeah,
know, the
and I
little.
think another article I saw from Christopher Nolan was that I think he said that if you want to make a good blockbuster movie, you have to make more what did he say? You have to make you can't be basic. That's pretty
Ah,
much what he said.
don't be basic.
I do want to pull up the exact quote because it was good. He said movies should take more risks. That's what he wants.
Okay.
And I think that with a movie like the Batman or with I think a little bit of Superman, but I think we're starting to see that more as movies. They need to take more risks if they want to be successful, especially the superhero ones.
Yeah. All right. So Eric said ultimately the plot was a bit thin. It's mostly Kara trying to save her dog. Momoa is sprinkled in, but doesn't really add to the plot or set anything else up.
Right.
She goes up against human traffickers, so I didn't mind the ending scene. And I think, I think the problem was nobody had a problem with the ending scene, but it was like her character arc didn't really change. So
Yeah.
it's like it was just kind of. But yeah, no, I I need to go see it. There's a bunch of stuff that I just, we went out of town and, dear God, dude, like we walked and walked and walked and walked and walked.
Well,
So
I think with all of what y'all are saying in the chat too, I think that people just aren't wanting to go shovel the money and the time to go to the theater and do something that's not amazing, not horrible, doesn't really set anything up, kind of bland. I just don't. I think people, if they saw it on, they'd watch and be like, "Oh, that's nice," but I don't think it's something you're gonna go see in theaters.
So Don says it wasn't amazing, but it wasn't horrible either. That seems to be kind of sort of like the general
Right.
consensus. But I like the Furiosa comparisons are valid. The Brigands are straight out of Mad Max. So I that's that's kind of pretty much what everybody's thinking.
Yeah, but that's not something that's gonna make people want to go watch the movie in
No,
theaters.
no,
I
right,
mean,
right.
my guess is that once it comes on streaming, it might. It's not. I'm not gonna say it's gonna explode, but I think that's where the
Yeah.
majority of people are gonna go catch it.
Don, and or Eric, how was Millie's acting? Because they keep kind of crapping on Millie, and also just making fun of the way she looks. She's a smokestack, man. I love some Millie Alcock, man. Oh, plot holes. Carl didn't like plot holes. The 70 score mentioned seems accurate. Yeah, I mean that's probably you know 3/4 of people who went there, just seem to
And again,
enjoy
these
it.
like
You know,
especially with plot holes, I think that again, if you're watching something on the couch, you're not really gonna care that much. But if you're in a theater that you went to go have this experience and
yeah.
you're locked into it like that,
Mhm.
yeah, that's gonna be an issue for you, and you're
Yeah.
gonna notice that. So again, this movie just should have gone to streaming.
Well, I don't know about all that.
Well,
Bruh.
it probably would
That's
have done better.
well.
I mean, am I wrong? It
Well,
probably would have.
it would have looked better on the spreadsheets,
Yeah.
for them because as of right now they're seeing how bad the number turns out. Like so now the $180 million
Yeah.
price tag, and you don't even make it half back.
That's what I'm saying. Is
That's
I don't think
brutal,
I don't
man.
think it would have been a Black Widow moment, but I think it would have. I don't know. I think they should just put it on streaming, dude. Because that's what they did with the Five Nights at Freddy's movies. Those did great, even though the reviews weren't great. But the option to see it at home instead of going to the theater, I think, is the difference in those kind of mediocre movies. Do I want to
Yeah.
go out and see it? I think that's the good middle ground. I don't
Yeah.
think direct to streaming. I think having the option for both.
All
You
right.
know.
So, all right. So Eric said that she played a girl dealing with grief and PTSD pretty well, and Don says when she actually starts acting like Supergirl and not like a drunk bimbo, she's fine. Like I was kind of pissed about the whole drunk scene. And Scungy was giving me crap about it because I'm going like it's Supergirl. She's all like, "Hey, come on, bye, bitch," when
Yeah.
she's rolling out into Superman. I'm like, damn. I mean, like you sort of almost kind of pigeonholed her character a little bit, where she had to play the drunk bimbo for a bit.
Yeah,
to,
right.
and maybe that was the character arc. She went from drunk bimbo to Supergirl.
I think
don't know.
that's what they were maybe aiming for in the long run, but I think again with the post production stuff, it got
Yeah.
way too muddied up.
That just sucks because I really wanted this movie to be good,
Hey,
but
well,
oh
we'll,
well.
we'll we'll catch it on streaming.
Such is life. All right, so now you know what we were talking about horror and horror, because well, I had that thought in my head. I didn't say it out loud. So superhero PTSD, all the people are just getting tired of superhero.
Right.
Um, and we've seen this influx of horror movies and things like that. And so we got that new trailer,
Yeah,
Werewolf, that's
Werewolf.
got Willem Dafoe and Aaron Taylor Johnson. Which Aaron Taylor Johnson, man, I feel bad for the dude because like he's got some really good movies and he's got a bunch of
He's a good actor.
like
He just gets,
Craven,
dude. He's got to kill his managers. He's got to
probably.
managers.
Yeah,
He's a good actor, and I mean, with Robert Eggers, like with with Werewolf, I mean, this duo in Robert Eggers movies has just been phenomenal.
Yeah, and so it's the same thing with Nosferatu, the same people.
Yeah, exactly.
And so
Right.
yeah, so let's
take a look.
Let's take a look. Working title production.
Child of God. God.
Oh god, this is just
This
so
is
disturbing.
reminding me of another one of his movies, Witch.
Oh yeah.
Do not
Yeah.
dread the darkness. Embrace it.
Oh God, I wonder what's
Yeah.
gonna happen to him.
I think he's gonna become a werewolf
Maybe.
or a peasant. Help! Help! I'm being oppressed.
I heard of a raving beast that ravish this country.
It's Hellboy.
Keep my husband safe from his cursedness.
So it's a demonic curse. Seems like it is.
I guess so.
Thy soul is cursed.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thy kin
Like it.
are cursed.
Jesus.
Thy world is cursed.
They got some ugly ass people in this movie, bro. You see that?
yeah. I mean, that's what they looked like back then. It's what it is, dude.
All the peasants had weird facial structures and hair lips.
I forget. Robert Eggers also made the Lighthouse, which has
Oh,
Willem
yeah,
Dafoe
yeah.
in it. And I was like, he's got such a good style, dude. You were on the fence about this. This is my first reaction to this. This looks great, dude.
Really?
I'm hyped for this because like this is just so Robert Eggers. Like I feel like this is a shot straight out of The Witch. This is a shot straight out of The Lighthouse. I like how I think it might go from black and white to color.
I
on
think
and
it
off.
does. Yeah, yeah.
That I think is going to be really interesting. Robert Eggers knows how to work Willem Dafoe. We know this already. Aaron Taylor Johnson, Aaron Taylor Johnson. He was great in Nosferatu. So hopefully, this is a step up from Nosferatu for his acting role as well, because he was just a normal human in that one. He turns into the monster.
And this comes into let's see, what is it? Christmas? Yeah, only in
Christmas,
theaters.
yeah.
Christmas. So wow, we get a horror movie for Christmas. That's nice.
I mean, that's kind of what he's been doing though.
Yeah.
His movies always kind of release at the end of the year to kind of cap it off. But I mean, this looks great in my opinion. I'm very excited for this. Like they did fire correctly. Like this is good fire. This is what fire actually looks like. Like, oh man,
Yeah,
this shot's great. I like that.
You can tell when they use the CGI fire.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like they all have the same damn program to put in digital fire.
Yeah. Just going through all these shots, I'm more than excited about this. I don't know how you were on the fence about this. This looks great.
Well, because I'm not sure what it is. So I mean, you know.
I mean, you've
I'm
seen,
not like
have you seen The Witch or The Lighthouse?
No, I haven't
Okay,
seen The Lighthouse.
you
I've
need
seen
to
Nosferatu.
Go watch The Lighthouse, because that movie it perfectly shows you what Robert Eggers can do with Willem Dafoe. Because
Okay.
oh my God, the acting in that, the characters, dude, I have full trust in this. Because if I were to see this trailer from a director who I haven't really seen,
Yeah.
then I'd be like, all right, this looks pretty good, but I'm not sure if they can pull it off. But
But yeah, like there's color there. Yeah, there's
with
color.
with the actors that he's chosen that he's already worked with, I think Robert Eggers is on his way to be one of those directors, kind of similar to Christopher Nolan, where he's very, very tied to his actors, and that's a great thing. That's a great thing.
So what do you think about the Odyssey? Are you psyched up about the Odyssey? Bringing up Nolan.
I mean, with the Odyssey, it is coming out soon, and it's going to take up all of the IMAX theaters, so no Spider-Man
Yes.
in IMAX. Um, I'm honestly still on the fence about it. I'm not gonna lie. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, he is doing what he said. He is doing something different with it, and I probably am gonna see it eventually. I'm gonna wait for the reviews, maybe catch it on streaming. But if it's
Yeah.
got great reviews, I kind of have to see it in theaters. But I still am on the fence about that one. But this is something where I love heavily stylized stuff, and this is just straight up his alley. I'm all in.
All right, there you go. All right, so let's see, Harvey Keitel. I found this interesting, and pull up that article because he quotes Aristotle, and it's funny, like a lot of times you get actors that want to wax poetic on crap, and it's just like I don't give a rat's ass what some actors think. I mean, because it's like what are you even talking about? But this is something that I found really interesting about what you can do with movies and how movies are supposed to really sort of bring uh, around change, but also not just like change, but the impact of a movie, how movies can affect you, etc. And one of the things he says in this is that where it's like cure our biases and tool for change. Scroll down a little bit on that one. Do. No, we don't want to. I don't want to sign up for anything. Where is it? Is it right there?
So is this the quote? Oh shoot.
No. Look, there we go. Here. No. Nope, that's not it. No, I guess it's sooner. It must be up higher. My bad, y'all. Sorry.
I don't know what you're looking for.
Okay, let's see. Today's tumultuous world, when people are so against each other for banal reasons, they never heard the expression "no bias" to let people be who they want to be. That's where the arts come in, and words alone are not enough to change a culture. Where the artists can come and show their wares. So yeah, it is the next one, next thing. Um, No. Where the hell did he quote Aristotle? I thought it was really at the beginning. I'd have sworn. Oh, there we go. Word. Wait, is that it? No. Son of a
Hold on.
bitch.
Here it is. Words are alone, not enough. Here.
No, that's not it because it sounds like an old person. It's an old quote. Well, the gist of it is that words and words alone don't do anything. The arts and the artists that create the stuff are how you get the aesthetic and
Yeah.
you get the art itself. And so, in essence, what he's saying is that, yeah, as a culture and as a society, you need the arts, but you also need to create the arts.
Yeah.
And basically he's talking about how the Cannes film festivals and film festivals allow people from all strata of movie making genres, whatever, to put their stuff out there for people to see, and that the creation of that is the end point. That is
Right.
the whole point of it, that you're getting those movies out there, or at least those thoughts out there. So like when you have what people call the woke movies or whatever. So it they're getting those other thoughts
message
out
is
there for
right.
so for people to kind of get it. And quoting Aristotle, I thought was a slick ass move by an actor to be
Right.
like, here, look, yeah, it's important, but it's also important to actually create them and have a space to show them with like the film festival. So that was kind of the gist of it. So eventually I'll find the quote, whatever.
Yeah.
It seems like it was right around there, but I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
I know, huh? Deep.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
All right, moving on. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move on.
Completely switch up. Complete switch up of media. Also, I kind of want to talk about this video game stuff that's going on with Sony and Xbox.
Oh yeah,
So that's kind of like the big hitter of today's show. That's the big news thing of the week is that basically we kind of predicted it last week. We were talking about how Sony's taking down everybody's movies and stuff. You don't own the movies anymore.
yeah, that made some big news. We'll
So
talk
so
about that
so
too.
so so digital stuff is like we're kind of skeptical on that right now.
Right.
Well, for some reason, the week after they announced that, they announced, "Hey, by the way, you want more digital? Too bad. You're not getting it. You're not getting it. No.
You mean
Ev-
physical?
Physical, yeah. Everything is going digital from now on both Sony and Xbox. I think starting in 2028, Sony is completely stopping making discs for the PS5, and then
Jesus.
according to Microsoft and Xbox, their new Project Helix, which is definitely just going to be the new Xbox, yeah, full digital, no disc.
Wow.
So
That I mean, so that dear God, it just seems like it just keeps on coming because I mean, like we're complaining about how like Sony lost the rights to all the Studio Canal movies. It's like 225 movies that came out. Plus, they announced that they're going with all digital stuff, no physical media,
right.
and it got so bad that even KFC and Domino's
yeah.
jumped in on
I
the.
can pull that up. I can pull that up.
This is so great. I it's terrible when you gotta rely on fast food to supply the comic relief and or the biting ironic commentary because
Right.
what is it?
Yeah,
Official
official s-
statement from
Yeah,
from
from
Domino's
Domino's.
in response to trends in the gaming industry as of the 1st of April 2027, Domino's UK will cease production of physical pizzas and shift to production of
Hold on. Sorry, I'm gonna pull up so everybody can read it too.
there you go. So we'll shift to production of digital pizzas only. Consumers will be able to download our full range of delicious pizza codes and using the power of the imagination, enjoy them in any
And it's
entirely virtual sense. Yeah.
Yeah, so nobody's liking this, especially with as we said yet last time, GTA 6 is not going to have a disc either. So I mean, what does this mean for companies like GameStop or secondhand gaming stores?
Oh well, they're toast. But I mean, what about the people that actually make the gaming? I mean, make the discs too. I mean, I'm sure they've kind of condensed all the DVDs and gaming, printing facilities.
Right.
So those people are gonna
Yeah,
get
the
canned.
manufacturers are
Yeah,
gonna
the
get
manufacturers. I mean, then the manufacturers of those little plastic, the cases, the covers, the
Yeah.
printers. I mean, that's a lot of people that are basically going to be out of a job.
Yeah.
Because I mean, just most of them probably only design them, but still, you've got to have people that put that little plastic cover on the plastic case,
Yeah.
and then the plastic shrink wrap and stuff. Now, most of
And
that's
then
probably
also the
done
de-
by conveyor
And
belts.
also the designers of the case, like they're just not gonna have to do that anymore at all.
Right.
You're not gonna have to know what you're gonna put on the back of the case or the front or what you're
Yeah.
gonna put on the spine.
So there's gonna be a lot of people out of jobs when this is all said and done. But I mean, I think it just goes back to the whole point of like, okay, you can pull this away from us. So like, I don't own this property.
Yeah.
I own the right
Yeah,
to
that
play
that
the
digs
game.
even deeper to the licensing issues. Of
So
you don't own your games anymore. Yeah, right. At the point
yeah,
where it
so
doesn't have hard media, you're not going to purchase.
Eric,
Well, I guess that means you're not going to purchase the new Xbox or PlayStation because that's just like where it's going. It is what it is.
no, right? Yeah, Eric, you're right. I mean,
But I
'cause, like,
I
if
think
it,
a lot of
it
people
doesn't have physical media, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna buy it either.
that's
I mean,
and that's completely fair. Is the thing.
I just because it's funny though, because with streaming and with the Steam machine that's going to be coming out, et cetera, you've got the opportunity to play older games,
Right.
whatever the mods are, et cetera. But that stuff is based on a game like the mods in particular. You know,
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That's like next level sort of stuff. If you just want to play the base game and you no longer have access to it, dude, what the hell?
Yeah.
I mean, so. I mean, there's some old games that aren't out there anymore that I can't find that I want to play. But I mean, they were pretty damn old. I mean, some of these things came out like '93. There was
Yeah.
there was a Magic game which was kind of like Civ, but you played an evil warlock and stuff like that. But that's a very niche kind of sort of game. Um, but yeah, I mean, like Star Trek Conquest. I want to play that on the PS2. I could
I mean,
probably
shoot, we were even talking about Shattered Dimensions. Like you can't,
Shatter. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like you can't buy that game anymore. The only way you can get it is by getting a disc secondhand for an absorbent amount of money,
Yeah.
or if you're on PC, it's a little worse unless you want to pirate it. You have to get a Steam key for it, and those cost like $300 or $400 for that
Jesus.
one game alone. That's just because you can't buy it anymore. So like, imagine what's gonna be like on consoles where you can't do that.
Damn, we were talking about some of the other movies, but yeah, Evil Dead, Highlander, and Total Recall are also on the Sony
That's
list.
messed up.
Damn,
That's
Carl.
completely messed
Wow.
up.
So Carl Flicks is probably where we might
Yeah,
have to
right?
go
Shoot.
to see some movies. I guess at this point in time, I mean, you know what? Maybe we should go buy a disc burner too, and just buy a bunch of discs so we can
Dude,
start
right?
burning stuff.
God.
Was there ever a disc you could actually like burn video games to it? Because you can always do
No,
movies.
because you need the certain Xbox like anti-piracy kind of stuff.
Oh, we
But-
can't steal one.
It's not how that works.
Damn it!
Not how that works.
But if we're
unfortunately.
doing something illegal, we probably have to do something illegal to do something illegal. You know, and we'd have to.
We'd have to make our own gaming company. We have to make our own corporation. Probably make a couple games so they trust us first.
No, a shell company, and then we buy the rights to publish a bunch of games on the cheap, and then it's like, look at our huge library, give us a key, and then we do it. See?
Yeah, but would it matter if you can't use the disc anymore?
Well, you
Well, you
I don't know. You come out with the Corbier box, the D box,
yeah, the D box.
the
yes.
D box.
Everybody would love to purchase the D box.
Who wants some of this D box?
Oh, man. Wow. They need to get us
Yeah.
straight to
on
Silicon
that,
Valley.
On that note, all right. What else did we?
I mean, I think that's kind of. I think that's our biggest one. That's kind of about it here. Is
Oh,
what
man.
I thought.
Oh, well, you know, and also, but also, we were talking about horror stuff.
Oh yeah.
Hellraiser is now
Making
an IP for
making its
Halloween Horror
debut.
Nights. I know.
Everybody was speculating if it was like a rights issue or a licensing issue where they couldn't do it. No, they just don't. They just hate you. So yeah, now I think it's a fit. All the IPs are gonna be. It's gonna be Sinners, Stranger Things season 5, Hellraiser. Then they announced a few of the originals that they're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think
so
those are gonna
like
be the big three.
The alien abductions. D in a box. Yes, yes, sir, Dan. That's what it is. D
But,
in a box.
All the speculation maps that people do every year for Halloween Horror Nights have been actually pretty accurate this year, and the only one that hasn't been announced that people are pretty sure is happening is the Ozzy Osbourne one.
Right.
That one's one that people are like pretty sure is going to be the next announcement. Which
So
I mean,
are you
shoot.
off the fence? Or are you? Do you want to go? Are you off the fence and you're willing to go now with the Hellraiser?
I will say I'm gonna drop a nuke here. I've never seen them before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and apparently this one's it's not just gonna be based on the first movie. It's gonna be based on like the trilogy. So you're gonna have elements from all of them.
All right.
So I gotta get watching soon.
So it's streaming pretty much everywhere,
Yeah.
Hellraiser, and so yeah, dude, like it's next level, dude. Like
Yeah.
like it was kind of like body horror before it was
Yeah,
really
like,
a thing.
I've seen like clips of it, and I know like the gist and everything. I know about
Dude,
the
like,
box.
I was scarred.
hooks.
I was the hooks.
Yeah.
That was the crap that really freaked me out, man. Because me and Uncle Mo used to go fishing, and if
Oh,
you've ever
God.
gotten a fishing hook caught in you,
No bueno.
yeah. So yeah, imagine like a giant hook, just like
And not just one.
No, not just one. And you become like the flayed man. Oh God, man. Oh, she's just thinking about that damn movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't seen it. Come on,
I haven't
cut
seen
him.
it.
He's 20, Carl. Cut us some slack, man. I mean, we're talking about a 40-year-old movie. I mean,
I mean, I feel like I've seen
No.
all of the other horror icons except for that one. I think.
that one. So and it's weird. Like if you were religious at all, and a lot of times in the 80s there was a lot of religious people.
Oh, yeah.
So that movie hit a certain demo and pissed off the other
Yeah,
side
right.
of that demo. So like
Very
a lot of
black or
people
white
went to
for
go
it.
see it simply because the church was like, this is an awful movie, don't go see it. Well,
Sign me up.
yeah, right. It's like I'm on my way. 2
Right.
tickets, please. So
Ugh.
it got that sort of yeah. Hellraiser was creepy as. Oh, similar to Demons of Jacob's Ladder. Yeah, yeah, I can see that too. I mean, so look, the Hellraiser, I think that'll be pretty cool if they have, just if they have like sharp objects and people because like they all had these weird sort of like uh
Like facial, like
Mhm.
something going
well,
on.
it was torture.
Yeah.
So they would die from torture and pain, but to them at that point pain became pleasure and it was like I will show you worlds of pain and pleasure till you scream for more of both. Just like it's like some of the lines were just really great, man. And yeah, then they started adding more of I forgot what the hell they were called, the group of the people, but they started adding more of them later
Ah.
on. And so, like, one guy looked like he had a bunch of DVDs or CDs in his face.
Oh yeah.
And
I think I know
like,
about that one.
I posted a meme on the Week in Geek Facebook page. It was like, this is who Columbia House sends to your house to collect on all your penny CDs that you ordered.
That's funny.
Pain is so close to pleasure. There's at least 6 Hellraisers. Jesus, really? Yeah, I knew there was at least 4 or 5.
Yeah.
God dang, that's a lot. Cenobites. Thank you,
Yeah,
Carl.
that's
Cenobites.
See, I recognize all these terms and I've heard all these things
Yeah, yeah.
before. I haven't gone to watch the movie.
Well, funny thing also. I bought a couple of movies while I was on vacation.
Ooh.
So Slither, I got Slither.
Nice.
Can they see Slither? That's with Michael Rooker and Hal Jordan or Mal from Firefly.
Ooh.
Great freaking movie. Uncle Mo will quote that every now and again where he's like, I just want a dang Mr. Pibb. Got a bunch of creatures driving my friends around like a bunch of skin cars, man, and all I want is a dang Mr.
Oh,
Pibb.
I know what this movie. Yeah.
Oh, dude. So Michael Rooker, I interviewed him, and it was around the time peak Walking Dead. Merle had died, and he came back as a zombie, and they did all the makeup. And in this one, he's wearing makeup. And I asked him, I'm like, so which was harder, the makeup for Walking Dead or for Slither? He's like, Slither. He's like, I had a giant ass prosthetic over half of my freaking head. He goes, all they had to do was put some sleep rings underneath my eyes because I was freshly a dead zombie. He goes, it was nothing. I wasn't even decomposed yet.
That's funny.
But then I got The Thing and the prequel, The Thing too. I
Ooh.
haven't seen the prequel one because I didn't realize it was a prequel.
Huh.
So now I'm gonna watch that. But so it's the remember how the opening of The Thing, there's this dog running,
Yeah.
and they grab the dog and they bring the dog back. Well, that thing is about how the dog is running on the frozen
Oh.
tundra when the helicopter opens up for The Thing. So you find all the Swedish people or whatever it was,
Interesting.
yeah, Norwegians or whatever that had their first base.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so yeah. So I got the physical media because I couldn't find Slither or The Thing on any streaming site that I have, and I got like 5 friggin' streaming sites,
Right.
So I couldn't
mean,
find it, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just
that-
buy the physical
That
media.
makes me realize. So what do you do whenever you buy a new console? You bring in your old one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if this new console comes out with no disc, and you bring in your old one, how are you gonna play all of your DVDs and
Well,
Blu-rays?
I mean, I do have a DVD player.
Yeah,
'cause
but
because I'm
who-
an old guy.
But a lot of people,
Maybe that'll put
that's
somebody.
that's what they use their console for. Is that
That's
like
true.
specific purpose? They don't
Yes.
have it. I don't have a DVD player. I use
Yeah.
my console.
Right.
So that's another angle I didn't really
Well, you
think
know what
about.
that means? Then we should go into the DVD machine making business.
Yes. Yes, we should.
Or we should just buy like a small town in China somewhere that has lots of kids and put them to work making our DVD machines. I think that would
That's
work
a good idea.
too.
It's a great
know.
idea, actually.
Right, I mean, or we could partner up with LeBron James. He's about to retire
Right?
soon,
Yeah.
and I mean,
He's getting traded.
clearly, he's down with China. So
Right.
hey, I'm down with that. Look, it's America, man. It's all about capitalism, making
Yeah.
that buck. I wish they released a version of the latest thing with the physical
Oh,
effects
yeah.
instead of the digital. They overrode all the practical.
That's
I
what they
I
did with
forgot
the
about
prequels
that.
too. Star
I
Wars.
forgot about that. Yeah, but then they but didn't they re-release Star Wars?
They've done that 1,000 times.
I-
So yeah,
yeah.
that's just George Lucas.
I'm not even sure which editions I have anymore. I think I have the version where Han shot first, and I also have the version where Greedo shot first. So I don't even know anymore.
Both are canon to you.
Yeah, right. Uh, so yeah, so when I was on vacation, we found a couple of these little vintage shops,
Yeah.
and they're all selling DVDs dirt cheap. And so like I was just like, what, let me look for because I've been trying to watch Slither for like a month, and I couldn't find it. And then I would find it on Amazon. I'm like, I'm not spending $5 to rent
Yeah,
it.
to rent it, spend.
And then I'm not spending $14.99 or $19.99 to buy it because I ain't gonna have it.
Yeah, right.
So,
And then they just take it away.
$5.99 plus tax. I got Slither.
There
and
you
then
go.
$15. I got 3 movies in one.
Not
So,
bad. Not a bad deal.
I know, right? So bring back Blockbuster. Maybe we'll do that. We'll bring back Blockbuster. Somehow.
Right.
You could rent an old Xbox that uses physical media, but I mean, well, think about it though too, because like, you're gonna return those things, and granted, there'll be a secondary market for a while.
Yeah.
But that's gonna have a shelf life of a few years when eventually people are gonna be able to maybe save up enough to get one of the new
I will
ones.
say for backwards compatibility, I think Xbox, they did mention that they were going to try to find a way to get your physical games and translate them digitally. I think that's what they said. And they're probably going to do it like whoever puts in the disc first gets it. I don't know how they would do that, but they said that they would try to do that. But I mean that doesn't mean jack for DVDs.
Because they would always say that they would do backwards compatible stuff, but I mean, like Marvel Alliances, man, dude, it was
Yeah.
Diablo for Marvel. It was couch co-op, 4 people, and dude, it was the greatest game ever. I have it, but it won't play.
Yeah.
It won't even play. I have to go get an old Xbox, and it'll maybe play on that. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure. So they don't backwards compatibility. They don't do that for everything. So I mean, it's just like I'm not trusting them. I think what it boils down to is trust.
Yeah.
Who the hell trusts any of these people anymore? I mean, I know I sure as hell
We
don't.
almost did a couple weeks ago. We were
What?
that close.
We were close. Microsoft had us on the edge. We're like, Xbox, Microsoft, way to go. You're doing the Lord's work. And then it's like, you guys suck.
Yeah. They
So-
gave us an ice cream cone before they punched us in the face.
And now we can use the ice cream cone to
Yeah.
to reduce the swelling. But yeah, I mean, it comes down to trust, though. I think at the end of the day, that's what it really boils down to.
Yeah.
And that tirade I went on a couple of weeks ago, really, where it was just kind of like, tell us what you want, tell us what your goals are, what you need, and I think there needs to be more truth in it. Trust no one, own your bleep. Yes, Dan.
Yep.
Oh, I guess we can say shit. It doesn't matter. We're not- in a couple of weeks, we'll be back on the radio, probably in about, I don't know, probably the end of this month. We should
Surely.
be back on RNO. Yeah, I mean, it boils down to that. I mean, so like I don't know how when they're not upfront with anything and they just kind of just straight up lie to your ass.
Yeah.
And then it's like they come up with these different things, and then it's like, oh well, it's because you as consumers didn't buy this product. Well, you
You
give
gave
us
us the other options to not buy it and play
right.
it other ways.
so it's like that. I don't know if maybe did they not take secondary markets into their formulas when they're coming up with some of these things? I mean, do they not look down the road, or are they just looking at the next quarter and the next, financial quarter or next fiscal year where they need to make X amount of profit? It's
Right.
like, I mean, it's like what are you trying to get at this point? Because it is such a beauty in the eye of the beholder when it comes to like certain games and things. You know that there's what games have so much love.
Yeah.
Like you can always put out a new Mario or maybe a Sonic or maybe another Zelda game
Yeah,
that
it's gonna
people
sell.
right. But so you put out another Call of Duty. It's like, okay, well look, we're gonna stop making Call of Duties right now because we think we got enough. I think we got
Yeah.
enough. So what would you like?
Yeah,
It's like
give us a poll.
have they ever asked the consumer what the hell we friggin' want? I'm asking the questions. Maybe they do, and I'm just not privy to them. But I mean, have you heard of them ever ask somebody what the hell they want?
I mean, they have like surveys after the games come out, but those don't really lead to anything. Like I remember for the new Lego Batman game, I got a little reward in game for doing a survey, being like, "What would you like to be seen?" or what would you like to add? What do you have for comments of the game?" And I was like,
Yeah,
the gliding could be better."
the gliding could. Well,
That's
well, you
it,
know.
right?
We'll
Give me
we'll
my free
update
thing.
in the next, DSL. You know,
Yeah,
we'll
right.
put that in the next one.
Ugh.
But yeah, no, I mean, I think it boils down to trust and what they're going to give us, and they've been doing very well with that.
I mean, again, the only gaming company that I would even remotely trust would be Valve, because I mean, at least they're
Mm.
transparent about their reasonings behind their decisions. Like,
And we
again,
know
with-
that, and we know they can't count to 3. So
Yeah,
we
right.
know we'll only get 2 games, but they'll usually be really good games.
Yeah, right, exactly. I mean, and again, with like the Steam machine, they were upfront with being like, "Hey, like this isn't the price we wanted." Like that's what they said. Like
Yeah.
in their press release, whenever they came out with it, they were like, "It was going to be $750. We're giving you
Right.
that exact amount, but because of the market right now, it physically cannot be that, or else we would be paying you for this console." Right? Like at least they
Well,
give you the reasons. you
Yeah,
know?
right.
So they're a little bit more transparent, which I think is a good thing. And with I actually think Microsoft and Sony are too big headed. They're just they have too much of an ego. is what it
Yeah,
is.
I mean, they can't do any wrong. They already know what they're doing, and it's
Right.
they're like, we don't answer to the people, we answer to the shareholders. And
Exactly, right.
That's that old.
That's the difference between
That's the old style of
Valve and
thinking.
all of them. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that that's a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I understand at the end of the day, you shareholders that are putting in money to the company and leaving it up. Dude,
Who doesn't play Left 4 Dead still?
Dude, Left 4 Dead is currently in my console right now.
My friends have been playing
Yeah.
Left 4 Dead recently. Like that.
Oh,
That's,
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
one of the games where you just always go back to it. And I
Well,
think Valve has always known that.
Yeah. I unfortunately though, like when we were playing, I wanted to kind of do multiplayer. I
Yeah.
know it's a shock that I was willing to do that. But it was kind of fun when you're playing with 4 other people.
Yeah.
Because it's just like now you get your ass handed to you a lot when you're playing with 4 live people. You always need at least one AI guy.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, you give them a sniper rifle, they will hit one of these friggin'
The trick
smokers.
shots, yeah.
They'll hit a smoker on the top of a roof from 5 miles away. It's like, how did you even see that? But it's the AI. It's like, I know where it is.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, when you play with 4 people, the special monsters get they'll beat the snot out of you, man.
Yeah, you get one tank just slamming a guy over and over again. Help
Oh,
me,
God.
please. And just nobody's there.
Dude, I was playing with your brother not even a month ago, and we were playing the hospital one. We get to the top of the
Oh
hospital.
yeah, right.
And we finally get it, and at the end, the chopper comes down. We're all run to the chopper, and there's 2 tanks at the end. And so one's over in the back, one comes up and just punches Dean right off the roof,
Oh
just
my
like,
God.
"Ah!" And I'm like, sorry, son, I gotta go. I need to live. And like,
Timeless.
I'll remember you fondly.
It's timeless. It's sidebar, but I think that's one of the perfect examples of the fact that it's not necessarily about the graphics. You don't
Right.
have to have crazy graphics. You just have to have a good visual style that helps the game. That's what
Yes.
you have to have. And I think that more people are realizing that with these new games. They're like, check out the graphics. Well, your gameplay sucks. I'm not playing it.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
So
So, all right. Well, I think that's gonna just about do it for tonight's show.
I agree.
Man. All right. So next week, I don't know what we got going on next week.
Maybe
I don't know.
GalaxyCon?
Oh, Jesus, GalaxyCon is this week. Oh, did you put in for your press passes? You asshat. I even did it. I even did
Well,
it.
I looked through the guest list and I was like,
Well,
I'm not
I
gonna
could have
talk to any of
used
these
yours to
guys.
bring your brother with me. Butt monkey.
my
Man.
bad. My bad.
Jesus. And Scungy didn't do it because Scungy's gonna be out of town too.
Well, I had no interest in going. My bad.
Jeez, free ticket's a free ticket, bro. Come on, I didn't start this show out of altruism. I started out because I wanted free tickets
well,
to these
the,
events.
The next con that comes into town, we'll go to.
Okay, thanks. Thanks.
Yeah. Whatever.
All right. So yeah, and I think the next probably by the end of the month we'll probably be back on the radio.
Cool.
And so yeah, there's that.
Good things coming.
Woohoo! All right, till next time, keep your nerd flag raised high.